That is Heaven Ain't Calling. It is the latest track by award-winning electro-pop artist Kiesza that dropped earlier this week. It's also the lead single from a collection of new songs that will be out later this year. And Kiesza joins us now. It's great to see you. Welcome back to the morning show.
Thank you. It's so good to be back.
Okay, another great dance track. This one has got an underlying message about being who you are.
Yeah, there's a lot. It's so simple, the line "Heaven Ain't Calling," but it actually can mean a lot of different things depending on how you interpret it and where you are at in life. So I like to keep it a bit ambiguous depending on how people hear the song. But when I was writing this song, the same day, a friend of mine was having a really rough day and had kind of been bullied. And he said, you know what, screw it. Like, if my friends aren't going to heaven, I want to go where they're going. And he's like, if all the cool people aren't going to make it to heaven, well, where are they going? I want to go there.
Well, I guess it'd be kind of fun too. Yeah.
Yeah. And he's a very artsy, creative person, and just I don't know exactly what happened that day, but I was like, you know what, like, we get judged so much in society, and something about the dance floor brings people together in a way that they just feel free to unlock themselves and express themselves in this really whole way that they don't put out there in their day-to-day lives. So you just get this clear picture of people's energy on the dance floor, and that tells you a lot more about them. And so I feel like we share ourselves a lot more in this space, and that was part of the influence, I guess, for the song and the motivation for writing it. Yeah.
Want to ask how you are doing physically as well, because the last time you were on the show, you talked about your recovery from that car accident in 2017. How are you doing?
I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm doing, in many ways, a lot better. In some ways, have sort of leveled out, and I still deal with them. I have a condition called cluster headaches, and that's very challenging. It's documented as one of the most painful conditions on the planet. So it hits in waves and very, very strongly, and there's a lot of things that can trigger it. So I've gotten really good at learning about what triggers it and how to just really take care of myself. So there's a lot of things that, like, you know, I can't just go out and party at a club when I want to, and I can't eat certain foods, and I can't drink any alcohol. And there's certain things that I've had to eliminate completely to make sure that I don't trigger them. Mm-hmm. But overall, I've gained a lot more control. And that's really helped me come back to dance music, which I actually wasn't sure I'd ever be returning to the dance floor, because everything about a nightclub or about the club scene is loud music, bright lights. It's the worst thing for an injured brain.
Sure.
So I thought, well, I think the folk version of me that people don't know about, which that's where I started as a songwriter, was classic singer-songwriter with my guitar, singing in cafes. I thought maybe that's where I'm going to go back to.
And I wanted to ask you about that. How did you know, or when did you know, that music was for you? Because you have such a varied resume. I mean, you've been in the Navy, you competed in Miss Universe Canada, trained as a ballerina. Was there a moment that you knew music was for you?
You know, music always was for me since I was born. We had a rule in the house that after a certain time that I wasn't allowed to sing because I couldn't stop. I just could not stop. And friends of mine who I walked to the bus stop with would say, you wouldn't stop singing. You were singing and dancing all the way to the bus stop. And I can't even remember that because it was just normal to me. But I never chose singing. It was just something I did all the time. It was my hobby.
Well, we're going to take this journey to another little spot here before we let you go. We like to play games here on TMS.
Oh, man, I'm terrible at games.
This one's pretty easy. So this is inspired by your latest single, Heaven Ain't Calling. And we're calling this TMS Phone Face Off. We'll present you with two celebrities. And you tell us, of the two, whose call are you taking?
Oh, man. Well, how am I going to say no to any of them?
Well, I know, but, you know, in the mood you're in right now, like, who do you feel like more? So first up, here we go. Are you going to take Madonna or Janet Jackson's
call? No, you can't say that. Three-way. I'm taking a three-way call with them.
Okay.
Good answer. Conference call.
Yeah. Conference call.
Yes. All right. Next up, two artists, Kiesza, that you have written songs for. Kylie Minogue and Rihanna. Whose call are you taking? Who are you putting on hold?
You know, I wrote songs for both of them, but they haven't put them out. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to call both of them and be like, yo, when are you putting these songs out? Because they're really good songs.
You're going to merge those calls because you have the same question for both.
But you want to quick story if we have time. The song I wrote for Kylie that she took was the song that actually saved my career, because I was in college, I was losing my student visa, and I was hustling so much in New York. I had all these connections, but I was going to have to lose everything and go back to Canada, and I had no job or nothing. And in 1 month, I wrote 50 songs. One of those songs got picked up and cut by Kylie Minogue, and in that month, I got 6 offers for publishing deals, and it kept me in the United States, and that's around the time I wrote Hideaway. So,
wow.
So thank you, Kylie. I'll pick up Kylie. You know, I'll be like, Kylie, I gotta tell you something. Thank you for doing that.
Okay, last one. Ryan Gosling or Ryan Reynolds? Whose call are we picking up?
Ryan Gosling. Come on. I love Ryan Reynolds. He's so funny. But I mean,
Ken.
The Notebook.
The Notebook.
Okay, no, The Notebook is my favorite. No, okay, Ryan Gosling knows. I mean, Ryan Reynolds is also wonderful.
It's a tough one.
He's funny.
Yeah, the battle of the Ryans.
Okay, we'll just
continues. It will never
Ryan
ever
Gosling
be solved.
How about you take one call and I'll take the other?
Ryan Gosling's Canadian.
Yeah.
So we'll share.
Yeah.
You know,
How's that?
and then we'll swap.
Okay.
I'll be like, you know what? There's someone on the other line, and I'll be like,
Okay, we're swapping now.
All right. Well, Heaven Ain't Calling is available now wherever you stream your music. Kiesza, always good to see you, and thanks for coming in.
Thank you. Thanks for coming and supporting the music, or for having me here. I appreciate it a lot.